Welcome to Eco Me and Eco You, episode 14.
So what I was going to say before was the orchards in Kirikiri, what they did to protect against wind and stuff is they had a whole bunch of bamboo fences, basically. So around our property, because it used to be a Tangerillo orchard, like we still had 95 trees when we moved on to it, is that it was surrounded in bamboo, yeah. So it doesn't grow, it just grows kind of in its section.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really, it's not as aggressive as the other ones where they'll like continually growing out. You just have to chop them every now and again. Yeah.
Cool. So welcome back, fellow eco warriors.
Okay. Hey everyone.
Okay, sure you go. And you start again.
What? I start again?
I don't know. You laughed at me. I was like,
no, it's fine.
Okay.
I find it weird to describe myself as an eco warrior.
I said fellow eco warriors. So it's everybody listening.
Everybody listening.
Everyone listening cares about the environment in some way, right?
That's true.
Because I hope you're not just listening to me listen to my voice because it's not that great. It's Nick's that's got the sultry deep voice.
I wouldn't even say that. It's just slightly lower than yours.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Okay.
So what are we talking about today?
Oral hygiene.
Oral hygiene, a very important part of your daily routine.
Yes, it is.
So we were going to talk about, both Crystal and I use bamboo toothbrushes, so we're going to talk a bit about that, and then just some other
bits and pieces
that we thought would be relevant.
This is, I guess, kind of like a product review. And then just like extra tips because I'm not sure we're going to get enough content, guts to the beef to it for a whole thing just on a bamboo toothbrush review, pretty much.
Yeah. So anyway, should we dive in?
Let's dive in. So bamboo toothbrushes was something that I started with quite early on.
I remember you starting it quite early.
Yeah. Once my plastic toothbrush kind of like was at the end, I was like, okay, sweet, buying a bamboo toothbrush. And I tried a couple of different brands because it took me a while to kind of find one that I really like to use.
Yeah.
And I settled on the ECO brush. This is going to sound really weird, feels nice in my mouth. It feels nice to brush my teeth with. And I also really like kind of like what they stand for and what they do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you tried other brushes, what did they just not feel as nice? Or because were the grains just like you could feel the bamboo grains more or something?
No, it was more like it's like the shape of the head of the brush and how like the bristles felt, I guess.
Yeah. Interesting.
And how they wear. So your conventional plastic toothbrush, like every single toothbrush you ever owned still exists somewhere today. Like,
yeah.
Unless you recycle it with TerraCycle, which we'll talk about later. But so making the switch from that to a bamboo toothbrush was like a no-brainer for me. So even though the bamboo woody bit, the handle and stuff is compostable, but the bristles are still made from nylon.
Yeah.
So nowhere currently is there an option that bristles are not nylon because they don't clean your teeth enough.
Yeah.
So the nylon bristles, I have this somewhere. I've written a story about it somewhere. The nylon bristles are better for cleaning your teeth.
Yeah. Well, yeah, which is obviously important because you want to clean your teeth properly. Yeah, so Matt and I started using bamboo toothbrushes, I think, when you opened your store. Because I'm like, oh, Crystal has bamboo toothbrushes. I'm like, oh. So once our plastic ones ran out, we started using them. And now it's really good. Like, Matt kind of like, I don't know what he does when he brushes his teeth, but his toothbrush deteriorates a lot faster than mine. I'm pretty sure because he's like,
Did he chew on it?
I don't
A bit
know.
more aggressive with it, maybe?
Yeah. So he goes, well, we just replace them at the same time as each other. So
Yeah.
But no, it's really good. I haven't really had much complaints. It feels like good in your mouth. It's nice, soft bristles, which is important.
Yeah. But they're not too soft. Like, I think
No.
they're hard enough to feel like you're getting a good clean, but they're not too soft. So I'm just bringing out the information about the nylon bristles.
No, that's all right.
So, yeah, the bristles are made out of nylon 6, which is a dental grade material and currently the only material available for toothbrush bristles that will clean your teeth to a hygienic standard and keep them healthy.
Yeah.
So until there's a new alternative, bamboo toothbrushes are still going to be using nylon bristles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But until they find an alternative,
Yeah.
that's kind of just how it has to be. It's kind of how we've talked about before, in that your health should really come first.
Yeah.
So it's like some things you kind of have to weigh up.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Though it was funny. So, because me and Matt have the same toothbrush, do you find it hard at trying to figure out whose is who?
So Simon doesn't use a bamboo toothbrush.
Oh, does he have like a electric one?
He is still using the same plastic toothbrush that he's been using since I started using bamboo toothbrushes.
What?
So I think I've probably gone through about 6 toothbrushes and he's still
Just going strong on that one.
going strong on his plastic toothbrush. Probably super disgusting, but he doesn't see the point in using a bamboo toothbrush when the plastic ones last for so long. But maybe when this one, he's like, when he gets to a point where he's like, okay, I need a new toothbrush, he might switch over to these.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That surprised me. It's like a bomb.
Didn't expect that.
No, I didn't expect that at all.
I think I've mentioned it a couple of times. I'm like, I'm still trying to convince the husband to, like, you know, my stories or whatever, still trying to convince him to switch to bamboo.
Yeah.
But he just is like, I'm fine using my plastic one.
All right.
I must admit, I do go through bamboo toothbrushes more than what I would
So
my plastic ones.
how often do you reckon a toothbrush lasts you?
So I think you're supposed to replace your toothbrush every 3 months anyway, right?
Yeah, you are supposed
So
to.
you definitely need to replace it within the 3 months. Depends how you brush your teeth and how you chew on it. I'm like quite an aggressive cleaner, I would say. So maybe I use mine more than... Like,
Maybe.
when did you get your brushes?
I don't know, but we've had maybe 3. So it must have been about every 3 months or so. Maybe a little bit less than that.
Yeah.
So it's about the normal time. But yeah, I suppose with my plastic ones, I probably kept them going past that, which is probably not necessarily good. But then if it's still kind of working, you don't want to throw it out. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, if it's still working.
Yeah.
And this is the whole thing around the zero waste movement, is that use what you have first.
Yeah.
When you get to a point where you can't find it secondhand, which you definitely should not be buying toothbrushes secondhand, you buy a new one and then you replace it with a more sustainable option.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, back to, so Matt and I's toothbrush is obviously basically identical. So how we get around that is that Matt like writes an M on the toothbrush.
Like on the back of it, or like
Yeah,
at the base?
on the back of it,
The
down the
handle.
bottom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it seems to work sometimes, but other times I've like fully brushed my teeth and looked at it, I'm like, oh no, it's Matt's toothbrush. And
So that's when using like a charcoal infused bristle versus a normal bristle could help.
that's true, but then it would just mean someone's on charcoal and the other person's not.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fine. It's just like a...
You could get a little rubber band and tie it around.
That's true. That's a good idea.
The head.
Yeah. So that's really the only problem I've found, which is a pretty minor one and easily fixable.
Very minor.
Yeah.
So the reason that bamboo toothbrushes are so good, right, is we should talk about that.
Yeah, we should talk about that.
So over here. So bamboo is like a really sustainable resource. It takes like no water. It doesn't use any pesticides or insecticides, so it grows organically, and also it grows really quickly.
Yeah.
So aggressive bamboo can grow up to 1 meter a day,
Yeah.
but normally like the cycle of it's only like a year. Where like if it was a wood toothbrush, you know, a tree takes like 10, 15, 20, 30
Takes a
years to
long
grow.
time. Yeah.
Yep. And plastic, that shit lasts forever.
Yeah.
And it's oil.
Yeah. No, that's cool. It's nice to know that there's like a material out there that's like been shown to be quite sustainable, and that how you grow it is quite easy and all that stuff. That's why you see a lot of bamboo products now, eh?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I guess it's a cheap resource, right?
Yeah, it's true.
A cheap renewable resource. So a question that Nick and I sort of talked about before this was the difference between the charcoal infused bristles and the normal nylon bristles.
Yeah.
So available over on the Eco Society store. And we have the Eco brushes because I use them, like I support them, and I think they're a good product to have, and that's why I have them on my website. But after I had purchased the charcoal infused bristles for the store, like my friend said to me, "Oh, I heard that you shouldn't use charcoal infused bristles. They're really bad for your teeth." And I was like, okay, well, I don't understand why that is, because there's this whole, I guess, fad on using activated charcoal for teeth whitening, and it's really good for your teeth and blah, blah, blah. So I just did a quick little glance at this to try and find out what the difference is between the two bristles. Yeah. And I thought it was quite interesting. So what is charcoal toothbrush? So it doesn't look too dissimilar, like from your normal brush, other than the bristles are black, rather than white. So they actually like are infused with the charcoal. Like, I'm not really sure how the process works, but the nylon bristles have the charcoal inside them.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest difference to a normal nylon bristle is that the bacteria gets trapped in the bristles instead of being pushed around your mouth, which a normal bristle will do. Yeah. This is just based on really quick research that I've done. I might not be completely accurate, and I'm sure there's kind of like conflicting evidence out there. Yeah. Because from what we've read is that there's not a lot of evidence out there. We're still kind of a little bit unknown on the impacts of charcoal.
Yeah, it seems like because it's so new and it's become so popular so fast, seems like there may have been a step missed in doing that research before it got released into the market, or kind of now. So it means that any disadvantages that may happen, we won't find out till later, when people have already been using it for a long time. Yeah. Yeah.
So it says that activated charcoal is actually fine to be ingested, and it's like not bad for you. But in the bristles, apparently it can damage the enamel because like it's probably too aggressive and it scrubs it away. But then in another article it says that it absorbs the plaque and bacteria rather than rubbing it across your mouth. It helps whiten teeth. It fights stains like coffee and red wine, and it helps reduce bad breath. But the disadvantages of it, someone says this one says it's harder to find, but I don't think you'll have much trouble finding them now. No. Probably not as effective as other activated charcoal products like toothpaste or tooth powder.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But again, here's the point where it says a lot about charcoal toothbrushes is unknown. There's not a lot of scientific evidence on the benefits or negative impacts of this. So I guess it's just down to you and your preference and what you would prefer to use. Yeah. And it's probably something that I might look into a little bit more.
Yeah, do a bit more.
Yeah. But my friend I've used charcoal infused ones before. I have crap teeth anyway, so I haven't noticed a difference. Yeah. Me using it.
Interesting. And then, so sorry, we're back I'm going to backtrack.
Go for
So with your bamboo toothbrush,
it.
so how would you recycle that?
Okay, so there's a couple of ways that you can do this. So it's compostable, right? So the bamboo is compostable. I believe from my research that it is either commercially compostable or home compostable. Yeah, at home or at home. So you can put it into your compost bin at home.
Okay,
But
cool.
there's a little bit more to it than that.
Yeah,
So obviously your nylon bristles are synthetic and non-compostable.
yeah.
So there's two ways you can do this. One is that you can just cut the head off and leave, and that will go into the bin. Or you can remove with like some pliers just the nylon bristles, and then compost the body of it,
the
bamboo
bamboo
part.
bit. Oh,
which can be a little bit of effort. I personally haven't done it yet. Like even though I've used like 6 brushes, I just keep them because I don't like throwing things out.
We've been doing that as well.
And you can, but they're great for cleaning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are great for cleaning.
So just have them all lying around cleaning.
I use it for cleaning my ring.
Yes, toothpaste.
Yeah.
And your toothbrush cleaning your rings makes it very beautiful and sparkly.
I know. I do that when I'm going out, when I'm pressed.
When you're going on the town.
Yeah. All of those.
All of the things.
All of the things I go out to town in.
The thing that annoys me, well, not annoys me, that's not really the right word to use. The thing that like kind of worries me, I guess, is so you're removing all these nylon fibers.
That's what I was thinking.
Then what happens? They're so tiny that they very much so can easily get into our waterways and into the environment. So what do you do to manage that?
I don't know. Do you like put it in something and then put that in the bin?
Yeah.
I guess that's the only...
That's how I would do it.
Yeah, that's how I would do it as well. Because, I was just thinking the same thing before. I'm like, what about all of those just really thin things, plastic,
floating around,
will literally just disappear once they float away when they get to landfill.
Yeah, that is a concern of mine and something that I haven't really seen around.
Yeah, interesting. I guess you just put it in something. I don't know.
That's where I would probably just cut the head off.
Yeah, because then it means that's not...
They're not at this point. At least they'll get to landfill. Because I'm not sure you can recycle them. They're probably too small. They won't go... You can't put them in recycling.
There's no way. I learned the other day that you can't put like really small bits of recycling into recycle bins, right?
Nothing smaller than like a post-it note.
Yeah.
Yeah, I read that the other day too.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I. Well, I knew that you should like, if you have like an envelope, put your bits of paper in an envelope to kind of keep it together. All our paper goes into one big thing and we bundle it up.
Yeah.
Which probably isn't good because they probably pull it all out to make sure there's nothing in there that isn't paper. But yeah.
Yeah. So then that the other day. That was exciting.
Interesting, eh?
But anyway, back to oral hygiene.
So back to oral hygiene. So also like the great thing about the Eco Brush that we like is that they also offer a bamboo tooth travel case and dental floss.
I didn't know they had dental floss.
Oh yeah. So I'm testing it out at the moment. I'm not testing it out enough because I don't like flossing. So we'll talk about the bamboo travel case first. So both Nick and I have one. I love it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Because it's so hard and durable and you can literally just chuck your toothbrush in and chuck the whole thing in your bag.
Yeah, and don't have to worry about it.
Don't have to worry about it. It's solid as, and it has a ventilation hole at each end. And it's using like the scrap bit of bamboo, I guess. Because they just hollow it out. Like they could make the toothbrush out of the bit in the middle and then the outside they use to make.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how they do it, but that's how I see it. That's how I look at it because I'm like minimizing waste. Because like the other thing about bamboo that's really good is that it's naturally antibacterial.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I've been using the bamboo travel cases heaps. Like when we went, we got them for Christmas.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, so we used them when we went away to my parents, and then we just used them again when we went to Wellington.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, super durable. You don't really have to worry about your toothbrush or it kind of like floating in your bag.
Yeah. Like you can be a bit more aggressive with it than your plastic one because like plastic, like it can crush and break.
Yeah.
It's quite a brittle. It can be quite brittle.
Yeah, rather than this one, I'm not worried about that at all.
Yeah. Also, I really just don't like plastic. Like
What? You don't like plastic?
I don't like plastic. Like the thought of like it touching my mouth and like absorbing into stuff is just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. And then there wasn't too many like care instructions with that, eh? No.
No, so
just like try keep it dry.
Keeping it dry. So, and it's the same thing with your bamboo toothbrush is that make sure you give it a really good rinse after each clean.
Oh yeah, I do that anyway.
Yeah, and then just like give it a good shake and get as much moisture off as possible. As with any toothbrush, like it's going to get probably a little bit gross at the bottom if whatever your holder is gross at the bottom.
Yeah.
So
I'm just thinking about that now.
you're just like, oh, how gross is it? Mine's gross at the moment.
Yeah, mine
You
is
just got to
too.
clean it regularly.
Yeah.
And keeping it dry. I mean, maybe you could put. Someone actually asked me this question. I never replied to her. I'm going to apologize in advance. Well, afterwards. I think, I don't know, maybe you could put like a little mesh bottom in it so like the gunkiness goes through and then your
toothbrush
bottom of your toothbrush
on.
stays dry. Or you get one of the ones that you just hang rather than put in.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea too.
And then the same with your travel case. Just keep it dry.
Yeah.
And don't leave it in like damp areas, like damp, dark areas, like in the corner of your cupboard, like in the back. Keep it, dry and if you're like feeling a bit gross about it, just give it a clean and put it in the sun for a couple hours. Let it get hot. Because the sun naturally kills germs and stuff, bacteria as well. Sun's rays. Sun rays. Cool. And then we'll jump into the ECO Floss.
The ECO Floss.
So the ECO Floss is a compostable dental floss, minty flavor.
Oh.
So it's a PLA, so it's a compostable plastic.
Yeah.
Which I. Yeah. And
We've talked about it before.
Yeah. It comes in a reusable glass dispenser.
Oh yeah.
So it's a little glass bottle and a little metal top, and it's got a little cutting thing on it, which it's not plastic. Like, I love it. It's so cute as well. And I do believe that these guys are going to be bringing out replacements, so you don't have to get a new bottle every time you get.
Oh, awesome.
New.
Yeah.
Floss.
New floss.
And you can buy just floss in a little cardboard box from other retailers. So yeah, I'm trialing that at the moment. So far, I think it's actually pretty good. Like, the only thing is that I find it a little bit thicker than the normal floss. So I guess you'll just get used to it. So you'll use it a couple of times, and then your gums will just get used to having slightly wider floss in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really bad at flossing my teeth. In fact, I never really do it.
I never do it, hence the reason why I have fillings. But I really like the Eco Brush. They're quite good at promoting, like, more sustainable living. They care about the planet, and like their whole product is all compostable, so even their packaging is compostable.
Yeah, I like that their packaging is like compostable as well. It's awesome. And there's like no added stuff to it. It's cool.
Yeah, because it shits me when I see bamboo toothbrushes in plastic packaging. Anything that's sustainable and you see in plastic packaging,
just
don't
like,
buy
why?
it.
Yeah.
They miss the mark. Do not get it at all.
They don't understand the
don't
concept.
understand. Like, and I know that they're continually working to develop their products. So with the nylon bristles, like, they'll always be trying to find an alternative, and once the alternative is available and it meets like the correct hygiene standards, then they will jump on board with that.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
It's nice to know that the Eco Brush is constantly trying.
Yeah. And like, look on here on the website, they're like, protect our oceans. If we continue at our current rate, there will be more plastic than fish in the seas by 2050. And we all know that But, you know, to have that on your website is like your main thing. It's like our eco-friendly toothbrush. We only have one planet. Let's take care of it.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. So I love their product and I love what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Big tick from us.
Big tick from us. Yeah. And yeah, I've tried quite a few different brushes and these guys have been the best so far.
Yeah. This is the only brush I've tried, but it's been really good and I haven't needed to stray at all or try a different bamboo brush, so I'm very happy.
Yeah. Cool.
Nice.
Cool. We'll talk a little bit more about personal or like maybe some toothpastey stuff.
Yeah, toothpastey stuff sounds good.
Fluoride toothpaste.
Yeah. We've talked about this before, haven't we? I think we have a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So fluoride toothpaste is a bit of a controversial topic.
Yeah.
And I addressed this a couple months ago, October last year. In a post, I was like, hey, this is me. This is what I do. Blah, blah, blah. So I have really bad teeth. I have 6 fillings currently, which I got a couple years ago. I've always had bad teeth, and from my understanding, the dentist has told me that this is because I didn't have fluoride in my water as a kid, which hasn't provided me enough enamel or coating on my teeth. So they just, I get holes. And I don't want to be spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars on getting my teeth fixed. So I'm going to use fluoride toothpaste.
Yeah, makes
She
sense.
actually prescribed me a high fluoride toothpaste, which I probably need to get again. But that in that post, like I kind of also talk about actually like TerraCycle, which we talked in our previous episode.
Yeah.
And how they have a recycling system, which I got from Waste Free Sarah. So Colgate has partnered with TerraCycle to provide a recycling program for all toothpaste tubes, caps, toothbrush and toothpaste tubes.
Yeah.
I thought I made a mistake there, but
no, you're right.
So there are collection points like all around New Zealand, and there's also a free delivery service. From my understanding, it must all be cleaned and dried, of course.
How do you clean the tube?
So I cut mine up and clean them out
and
that
just
way.
clean it. Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
So
I was like, how am I going to get water in there? And I'm
exactly.
going to shake it round.
Yeah, pretty much. But you can. So what I've been doing is I haven't done this yet, but I've just been collecting mine in a glass jar in my bathroom under the sink.
Yeah.
And when it's big enough to warrant a delivery, I'll send it off.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely. Well, now that I know this is a thing, I'm definitely going to be doing that.
Doing it, yeah. Because do you still use conventional toothpaste?
Yeah, we still use like Colgate toothpaste because it works for us. And I mean, I haven't had really many problems with my teeth. I've been very lucky, but I want to make sure I take care of them.
Yeah, so it's actually quite a good conversation. A lot of people had quite a bit of feedback about it, and I think it's also because people don't talk about it because it is a bit controversial.
Yeah,
there's quite a lot of opinions about fluoride.
Yeah,
and like, you know, I respect if some people don't want to use fluoride. That's fine, and I hope that you respect me that I choose to use fluoride for the protection of my teeth. My health is important for me as well. Like I'm looking after the environment, but I gotta look after myself too.
Yeah, exactly.
So there'll be places that.
Well, yeah, and like we've talked about it before, right? That people just have to appreciate other people's opinions, and that we're kind of the whole reason for this podcast is we're kind of having this conversation. If you have your own opinion, that's fine, but this isn't really a negative space.
Judgment-free zone.
Yeah, judgment-free zone, because everyone's on a certain point of their journey, and if we start shooting people down at the beginning, or even someone who's been on it a while, it doesn't really encourage them to do better. It makes people want to stop. So
yeah, like this is an inclusive environment, like and everyone's situations and backgrounds and stories are different, and everybody's values are different.
Yeah, and what people can do is different as well, and how much they can or can't do. Yeah,
absolutely. And again, like this is our story, like our journey. But yeah, quite a lot of people were like, oh yeah, I used to make my own toothpaste and now I've gone back to fluoride because I'm worried about my teeth. So
it's interesting.
But it's cool that, like, you know, I know that Colgate is part of, what are they, Protect and Gambler or something, which is like a big massive corporation that has been linked to deforestation and other environmental impacts. But I'm quite big on supporting businesses and congratulating them, I guess, on the things that they're doing that are positive changes.
Yeah.
If we don't support them in those positive changes, then they're not going to make those changes. They're not going to do more changes.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You kind of, yeah, when a company announces that they're doing something positive in terms of sustainability or environmental stuff, then you have to kind of congratulate them and be like good work, like keep it up. Not being like, oh, it's great you're doing that, but what about all this stuff over here? And what are you doing about that? And making it inherently negative when they're just trying to.
Yeah. You got to celebrate the small things as well.
Yeah.
Yes,
like
they need to change the bigger things, and yes, they need to work on their deforestation, but
yes,
give them a little pat on the back and support them for doing something good.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm quite a big advocate for that.
Very true.
I'm tired.
That's all right. It's kind of late.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
When it is.
Out for bedtime.
Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of all when it comes to dental hygiene from my point of view, unless you have any questions that you want to know about.
Do I have any questions? So with the toothbrush, the Colgate stuff, you just kind of like collect it, rinse it, and then they have collection points or
free delivery. Yeah, so if you head over to TerraCycle NZ, or there'll be, like, TerraCycle's a global corporation, so you'll be able to find them everywhere.
Yeah.
They're a global leader in collecting hard to recycle waste to be recycled or upcycled. If I go over to their website, I'll actually be able to tell you what they do with the Colgate stuff. There are other companies as well, like the Fonterra pouches, Glad. Yeah, like Glad Food Storage recycling program.
Oh.
Just don't buy their stuff. And like Nestle pods and Nespresso pods. So here, oral care recycling program. So it doesn't have to be Colgate. It can be any brand.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Because other tubes, they're just plastic, aren't they? Or are they like?
They're just plastic.
They're not like a weird blend of things.
Yeah. So what happens to the waste? So once the waste is collected, it's clean and melted into hard plastic that can be remolded and made into new recycled materials or products. You can get TerraCycle points too.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Oh yeah.
But it's everything. So it's like your toothbrushes, your tubes, the packaging. Because I would probably just put the packaging into my recycling.
Yeah, that's what I'd do as well.
But it's got plastic coating on it, right? And it's got all the fancy, like, silver and glittery stuff and foil. So it probably is better to give it back to them. Like the packaging of your toothbrushes as well, is like little plastic things. And then there's also like your tooth floss.
Oh yeah. What, the actual floss?
The containers.
Don't
send them your dirty floss.
I know, that's what I was thinking. I'm like,
gross.
No one wants dirty floss. Interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
It's good to know. Especially if you're still using fluoride toothpaste, that there's
an option.
There's an option, yeah.
The other thing that you can do, and I know that Zero Waste Josephine has talked about this, is you can buy there's a Colgate toothpaste that's in a clear PET number 1 bottle.
Oh yeah.
And clear PET number 1 is recycled in New Zealand.
Cool.
So that's an option as
Yeah,
well.
that's
Or
an
you could
option
buy
as well.
like a fluoride mouthwash that's in the clear PET number 1 bottles.
So it can be recycled. Yeah, nice. There's not much else.
Oh, actually, oh
What?
my gosh, totally forgot. You
Yeah.
can buy fluoride toothpaste tablets.
Oh yeah, I was thinking.
I
I'm
forgot
like,
about this because I haven't been using them. So there's a company called ECO Easy that sells fluoride toothpaste
yeah,
tablets. Fluoride tooth tablets. So you buy them in a little tin, completely packaged, plastic free.
cool.
I've tried it a few times and Simon's tried it a few times. I think it's one of those things that you're just going to have to get used to
Yeah.
because you chew on the tablet and then brush your teeth
Oh, okay. Yeah.
with a bit of water, and it just kind of doesn't taste very nice,
Yeah.
to be honest. But I want to like it so much. There's other fluoride tablets out there, but they come from the UK and you can't get them. But this is the only one that I found in New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
It'd be great if companies had refillable fluoride toothpaste containers.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But they don't.
But they don't.
Oh yeah. So that's another option too if you want to give it a go.
Yeah, so Eco Easy. I'll try to remember to link all of these places below so it makes it easier for you to find this information.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a wrap.
Yeah, that's a wrap. I was gonna ask you,
Oh, yeah. Not a wrap.
what are you looking forward to or thinking about doing in the next month, I suppose, between this podcast and the next time we talk? Anything exciting? You've just got a bunch of house stuff, really.
Oh, something that will happen in the next month, which I'm not really excited about, but something that's going to be interesting. So we're getting new flooring.
Yeah.
Because the horrendous nylon carpet that we currently have is extremely disgusting. There's cat pee stains all over it. There are bleach stains, like I'm talking massive, huge bleach stain in the doorway.
Wow.
Like, and it's wearing, and I don't even like walking on it in bare feet. Like, that's how much it gives me the creeps. So a little treat for us is we're getting new flooring. So we're going to get timber downstairs, carpet upstairs.
Yeah.
And we've gone for timber flooring and wool carpet. So wool carpet can be recycled, and those two things are kind of way like more of a sustainable option.
Yeah.
I believe that the company that we've gone with do have sustainable principles in place. And the thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I dispose
of the carpet correctly.
Dispose of the carpet correctly. And I'm going to do some research around that on what you do with it.
Cool.
So I think there's two things. Because it's not wool, you can't recycle it. But you can donate it to like cattle farms. They use it they lay it out on the ground to stop the cows like to kind of clean the cows' feet.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really sure if that's something that I want to support or not, but
Yeah.
it's not going to landfill. It's getting reused.
Yeah, it's getting reused. Yeah.
The other thing that I was told is that drummers using it to line the walls of their rooms and stuff to
Oh
absorb
yeah.
noise.
To absorb noise. Yeah.
Yeah, want
I
some
know that.
carpet?
Want some carpet?
Do you want some carpet? No, I'm joking. So yeah, that's my thing.
Oh, cool.
Not really that exciting, but
It's
it's
kind
a
of
thing.
exciting though.
Like it's a big challenge
yeah.
for me to kind of find how I can dispose of it correctly. And tiles, I got some tiling to rip out too, which I don't think there's anything you can do there.
No, not really.
And I'm not going to be able to get them up clean.
No.
They're going to be breaking up into lots of little pieces.
Yeah.
Oh, I can actually break some of them up and reuse them as like little stones for the bottom of my pots for drainage.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh,
Using some of it.
okay, there you go. I just did part of my big job. Okay, how about you?
How about me? Like I mentioned before, want to be snacking on less plastic snacks.
This is a hard one to do if you're.
So I think that's just going to be my goal.
Yeah, no, it's a good goal.
And try reduce that down.
Yeah.
Because it was, I don't know, since I don't have caffeine anymore, I crave sugar like so much more, especially at like 2. You get the 2 o'clock struggle at work.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just need something.
Yeah. You just need that little.
Just a little nibble.
I understand.
So that will be my goal.
Maybe you can make yourself some biscuits.
That's a good idea.
Home baking
Yeah.
using bulk food.
Yeah, I should actually be baking more. I used to be really into baking, and then I kind of got rid of some of my stuff when I went to Canada, and then I've just kind of slowly gathered it together.
Yeah.
So, very...
I suck at baking.
Oh, that's okay. Not all of us are great bakers. All right. So where can people find you, Crystal?
So you can find me at the Eco Society, either on Instagram, Facebook, or over on our website. It's all linked below.
Mm-hmm.
And you can follow Nick at...
_Nick_Nick.
Sorry, I did a weird little hand
Yeah, I
gesture
know.
pointing to it. She's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
I have a hard enough time trying to say my Instagram, and you're like weirdly pointing at me. And then we also have
I'm sorry,
I'm
guys.
losing it. We also have a Facebook group, Eco Me and Eco You, if you want to join. We have an email address. It's ecomeandecoyou@gmail.com. So yeah, if you have any feedback, any suggestions, or just want to have a chat, just contact us. All the links will be down below. Cool.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.